LoreWarrior Aerotech. The Nekohono'o. Within months of the cessation of hostilities of the Combine Ghost Bear War, the DCA presented a report to the Coordinator stating that a concerted attack by the Ghost Bears utilizing their full warship fleet would be almost unstoppable. Though it would go against established clan doctrine, the efforts of the Ghost Bears to integrate themselves into the Inner Sphere were enough to worry the Coordinator. Despite the resources of the entire Combine already being strained to breaking point with completing current warship designs, a plan was set into motion to create the largest assault dropship ever produced. With this plan, it was hoped that a fleet of such ships could be built to take the brunt of any such assault. To accomplish this task as quickly as possible, the DCA began with the chassis of the already proven Bara no Ryu or Rose-class dropship, which resulted in a much quicker design and prototype stage. The key components of the ship would be twofold. First would be the inclusion of 3 monstrous naval-grade Kraken teleoperated missile launchers. They'd form the core of the nose and give it a distinctive look. This was done to mirror the success of the Overlord A3 variant. Second would be the inclusion of 9 NL-42 battle taxis, along with quarters for an entire battalion of battle armor troopers. With the ability to send 9 craft carrying 90 Kage or Raiden for boarding, most warship captains would become very nervous at the sight of this vessel. As proof of the Coordinator's continuing efforts to further integrate Clan Novacat into the Combine, the new vessel was named the Nekohono'o, which literally translates to Flaming Cat. 6 vessels are currently in service, with more being produced as quickly as possible. As proof of the Coordinator's good choice of nomenclature, the Novacat's Alpha Galaxy has actually been seen utilizing this new class of dropship. Yes, everyone wants to get aboard the Burning Cat, or the, my pussy's on fire, I guess? The Nekohono'o class dropship is a military spheroid. Its use is as an assault ship. It has Star League era tech and was introduced in 3065. It masses 16,000 tons, with a battle value of 26,980. It's 120 meters long, 117 meters wide, and 137 meters in height. It has 400 tons of fuel, with 12,000 it says there in total for movement, and burns about 1.84 tons a day. It has a safe thrust of 5 and a maximum thrust of 8, with heat sinks being 295, or 590 in total for heat expense. It has a structural integrity of 16. It has 310 armor on the nose, 236 on the sides, and 176 on the aft. The first cargo bay contains fighters, 6 in total, with 2 doors. Bay 2 has 9 small craft, which are the battle taxis, also with 2 doors. Bay 3 has battle armor conversion for the 27 squads of battle armor. And the 4th cargo section is actually a cargo bay. It has 587.5 tons of capacity. It has 6 escape pods, 0 lifeboats for the 18 crew and 24 enlisted or non-rated personnel. Its ammunition is 30 Kraken teleoperated missiles, which weigh about 3,000 tons. It has 40 rounds of screen launchers, 400 tons, 36 rounds of MRM ammunition, MRM-40 specifically, 75 rounds of Streak SRM-6 ammo, 96 rounds of MRM-30 ammo, 32 rounds of Gauss ammo, 72 rounds of LRM-20 ammo, 400 rounds of LB-10 ammo, and 150 rounds of Streak-4 ammo. It mounts 57 tons of ferro-aluminium armor. As far as all those weapons are concerned, the nose arc has 3 Kraken missiles, 30 in total, with 2 MRM-40s and 5 Streak-6s, pointing straight forward, which is quite impressive amount of firepower, especially at short and mid-range. The front left and front right contained 3 more MRM-30s, 2 Gauss rifles, and 2 LRM-20s with Artemis fire control, and 5 ERPPCs, which gives it a nice extra burst of fire as it goes past the target. Its AL and AR sections, or aft, left, and right, have 20 screen launchers, which I believe are basically a type of chaff, if I remember correctly, 5 LB-10s, 3 Streak 4s for anti-fighter duty, and 3 ER medium lasers, probably also to help with attacking smaller craft. And finally, the aft section, just for good measure, contains 7 pulse lasers, large variants. The Nekohono'o basically does not mess around. It is incredibly well equipped for its size, can do an incredible amount of damage, and looks a lot like just a regular dropship for all intents and purposes, just with more gun on top of it. Definitely something that would give a lot of captains a pause for thought, and it makes sense that the Combine would have an emphasis on large numbers of heavily armed smaller craft, meaning that even if a more advanced fleet were to arrive in system, sure, they are probably going to shoot down a lot more of these craft than they are going to take damage themselves. Every loss felt for a theoretical enemy like the Ghost Bears is going to be more harshly felt than the loss of a number of these. Oh, there's the door. Yeah, we'll just leave that in. I can't be arsed with the editing. But yeah, it makes sense that they would have a swarm of these kind of ships because, yeah, every single loss. And they're cheaper to produce more of these than they are for the clan warships, which are far more advanced and probably take a lot longer to build one compared to, say, a dozen of these dropships. So it makes sense. It also fits the Combine's sort of outlook on being able to absorb losses but deal a lot of damage in return. So yeah, it's not a bad sort of outlook, not a bad plan really. It does make sense to have a vast majority of smaller craft that you can afford to lose over having a lot of highly advanced craft that are effective but also definitely harder to reproduce. But that is the Nekohono'o, or the Flaming Cat, dropship there for Kuritan. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll catch you next time for whatever one that'll be. I believe the next one would be the Conquistador. Haha. But until then, have a good one. Thanks for listening as always, and I'll catch you next one. Bye bye.